Sorry about that, guys. I'm just testing my voice. Yeah. It's okay, I'm heard. So, good evening, guys, and welcome to Eldar Racing. That is right, it is the one and only Hoppers in the commentary box, as per usual for a Friday night, and this is the final round of the WTSC, and we are here at Interlagos, Brazil, for the grand finale of what has been most likely an epic season, and it is going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen for the championship finale, because there's a few things that are going on. And when I say a few things, yes, it is going to be quite interesting and probably, no doubt, going to be most successful for most people. We've got Bruno Batica, who's currently going to be jumping into the lobby very shortly, as in championship leader. He is 43 points ahead of Samper in the Renault Megane V6, and it is going to be thereabouts. All I've said to Bruno before, just a couple of minutes ago, is he needs to get, obviously, pole position, race win, leader lap, and the other race win and the fastest lap, and he pretty much has the championship sewn up, because he's got to stop Samper from getting all four of them things. So 2 race wins for Samper, fastest lap, pole position, and leading the race. That will put Samper's championship, put the championship to Samper's table. But because there's 3 races tonight, anything can happen in the 3 races here at Interlagos, and it is going to be very tight and twisty, as you can see from exactly the track map around here. And it is going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen. Just bear with 1 sec. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen. Hopefully we get some very close proximity racing as per usual for a race. But as I say, it could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But hopefully we get some very close proximity racing, as I say. Just showing this around at the moment. So we'll see exactly how well things are going to go between Samper and, of course, between Samper and, of course, Bruno Batica. Obviously the top 2 in the championship. They've been squabbling for obviously first and second in championship since day 1 of the championship. You know, since the opening rounds of the championship. I believe the opening rounds were all top lists, and it's going to be very close to see exactly how well it's going to go for that time, and it could be very close to see how they're going to do. But just looking at who's around at the moment, so we've got it is not Aussie Rooster in the WRX Impreza this evening, Red Bull sponsored machine. It is actually his son Finn, or Finley, taking over Andrew Osler's seat for this evening. So it is a warm addition to Finley taking over his dad's spot, but that is exactly how it was going to feel. I felt like, you know, he's more than welcome to join. I didn't have an issue, but it is good to have his son taking part. Maybe we'll see a father and son team next season. We never know. You got Neil Spell. Obviously, Neil, obviously fighting for obviously some good position in the championship. He did very well at Autopolis in the opening rounds of the seasons around 8 weeks ago, and you know, he fighted to try and get that first win under his belt for Elderson Racing. Challenged Brucey Collins for the race win in race number 2 at Autopolis in race number 2, so it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. So it's going to be thereabouts to push on for quite some time. So just looking at who's around at the moment, Jamie Hillman is back after having a week away. Don't blame him, to be fair, but hopefully he will push on and consolidate his championship position. I will go through what people need to do for the championship this evening in a little while. Nicolas Stevanovic, I believe he's only going to be doing qualifying and race number 1 this evening, which is a big shame for the Serbian. He's trying to hopefully keep that 3rd place in the championship to his name. It will be probably sewn up if he does really well in race number 1, and hopefully he gets thereabouts for that sort of way in the championship, because he wants to keep 3rd. But if I look at the championship table then, however, from what I've got in front of me, just give me 1 second while I find out exactly where I've put it. So yeah, Nicolas Stevanovic is around 138 points from Nuno George, so depending on what Nuno does, I think Nicolas Stevanovic will have that 3rd place literally sewn up. But as I say, it all depends on certain things, certain bits and pieces. So as I say, Bruno Batica, championship leader, is 43 points ahead of Sampa. Sampa needs to get 2 race wins, lead a lap, pole position and a fastest lap to get the championship lead, is what I'm saying. To get the championship lead for to take it to the final round, which will be obviously the reverse grid with the rolling start for race 3. But no doubt the car of the field has been that Renault Megane V6, but Sampa needs to, ideally, to win the championship, he needs to get all 3 of leader lap, pole position. Obviously get a pole position point for race number 1, but to win the championship he needs to get 3 race wins, which will give him 60 points, and then obviously lead the race and get the fastest lap in all 3 to extend that advantage. Bruno Batica, however, needs to do exactly the same, but it all depends on certain bits and pieces. So 73 points is the difference between Bruno and of course Nicolas Stevanovic for 1st place basically. But that's going to be a bit of a big push because he's 73 points behind, and there's only around 63 points roughly between the whole race setup to try and get. Then you've got Georgie's on 138, so that's a bit of a big task to try and get the championship lead. You've got Andrew Osler. Obviously his son Finley will be taking Andrew's points. Andrew Osler, even though he's struggled this season, he's going to hate me for saying this when he watches the stream back later, but he's on 188 points. So he may push into, depending on how well he does, into the over just 200 points. So it's going to be very close. Then you've got Jamie Hillman, 6th place, 144 points. So he's 222. So that's a bit now out of reach to try and win the championship. Brucey Collins in 7th with 143. Neil Smale in 8th, the best result Neil has got in Eldar Sim history. I'm sure stats might tell me wrong, but he is on 134. So that's quite impressive for Neil, personally. Then we've got Nate Fletch, sadly missing this evening, so he's out of the championship on 128. Then you've got Ian Vickers, not too sure if Ian's going to be making it tonight, on 98. 91 is Rasmus Omeran. Obviously Rasmus is no longer part of the championship, so he will probably stay there as it is, unless Michael Humphrey turns up, who is on 85 points. Michael Watts, however, 77 points. Don't know if he's going to be attending. Obviously, it all depends if the drivers are going to attend. Then you've got Noah Wright. Noah is currently, he's on stream. He is here, sat in pit lane at the moment, taking over from Martin Corcoran. Noah is on 67 at the moment. Then you've got Dale Griffiths. Not too sure if Dale's going to be making it this evening. We'll yet to find out. Dale is on 64. Then you've got Pete Jones on 33. Then you've got Martin Corcoran on 21 points. So as I say, guys, it all depends on who is here to take, obviously, title, etc. And it is going to be very close, especially around here at Interlagos. It is tight and twisty, and it can be very close proximity. I believe the only guy who's actually raced around here this week, just to be top of my head, actually tell a lie, Noah and of course Sampa were in the GR3 championship, the Go Fudge Yourself GR3 championship, as of Monday. So they've been round here already, so they might have a slight advantage, but who knows exactly what is going to happen for thereabouts. But it's going to be very crazy to see exactly what happens. But obviously, Sampa needs to get roughly, just while we look at Bruno Batica in his Renault Megane V6, just looking exactly what's going to happen in the championship. If Sampa gets pole position and then takes fastest lap and then takes lead in the race, he will lead the championship going to the next two races if he does that in race number 1. However, if Bruno Batica does exactly the same but in reverse order, so slightly Bruno gets pole position, leads a lap and wins race number 1 and gets the fastest lap, he will extend that margin. So Sampa will have to push to get into the championship lead. It may sound confusing, but it isn't. But hopefully Bruno pushes on and shows us exactly what he's done all season. He's been the most race winner of the championship thus far, within the Eldar Sim World WTSC. But there's a lot of things to be at stake. Obviously, you don't want to be making mistakes. Obviously, speaking of mistakes, obviously I'm not going to say Nuno makes mistakes. Nuno has won around 3 races this season. He's impressed me as well. Quite a lot of the guys have impressed me throughout the season within the driving etiquette and race wins, etc. As there is a lot of things to try and push on for quite a very interesting night of racing. We can just see just quite a few people. I believe there is about now 8 or 9 people, which isn't too bad for tonight. I know a few people are missing. It isn't really going to be a bit of a close proximity, but we'll see how well people go. So you're looking at the likes of Neil Smell. Fastest time though around here at the moment in practice then is a 1:38.5, but Neil Smell's gone a 1:39.896. So who knows exactly what is going to happen for this evening. So looking at exactly, I'm just going to look at the comments. Neil Smell says, no coke in boot, only haggis. Very funny. So it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between quite a lot of drivers. I believe Brucey Collins, yes, he is here. And the Havers Yuasa Hyundai Genesis. Got to be careful not to call it a Honda, even though it could be easily slightly getting confused. But nevertheless, Jamie's got a 5/10 penalty at the moment, but this is own practice. It's good to see quite a few guys that have been pushing on all season. I know a few people have had breaks there and then, but it's going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen. But it is going to be thereabouts, just looking exactly. Excuse me, yawning my head off. Looking at Nicolas Stevanovic, the Serbian, trying to push on. He's going to try and push on. He reckons his third place in the championship is safe. I reckon it is going to be safe because he's got a bit of a gap, but it all depends on certain bits and pieces as well, as I say. But Bruno Batica, 1:38.2 at the moment in practice. So he's going to be pushing that Renault Megane V6 all the way to the absolute limit and probably to the very extreme. So we'll go on board with him at the moment. I actually know how these Megane V6s actually race. I've actually raced them before. They actually are quite a nippy thing, and it kind of pushes on quite a bit. But who knows exactly what they're going to do this evening, it seems. But we'll see how well it's going to go. But according to Neil Smale, car fueled with 100% pure malt whiskey. Don't tempt me, mate. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between everyone else this evening. Obviously, you got the likes of Nuno. That's Nuno George trying to emulate quite a lot of things that he's done this season. He's obviously enjoyed this season, to be fair. He's had a bit of a slowly adaptable character wheel championship within that BMW M4. It seems it's the kind of near enough the car to beat alongside the Mustang as well, with obviously Sampa's McDonald's sponsored Mustang. Obviously it's not tempting me to have a McDonald's because I had one for me tea, so this time it isn't. But we'll see how well everyone gets on tonight, because it is the final round of the championship, or should I say final round of the championship. If you're new round here, guys, championship format goes like this: 10-minute of qualifying for race number 1, which determines the grid. So the grid will be however fastest driver who gets the fastest time in qualifying, which could be Bruno Batica. Just to put it out there, it could be Nicolas Stevanovic, it could be Nuno taking pole position, just to throw that into there. And then it will be determine the grid of qualifying, which is 10 minutes. It is an all-important 10-minute qualifying session. Then you have race 2 and 3, that's all reverse grids. However, race 2 is a standing start reverse grid, but race 3 is a reverse grid rolling start, which kind of spreads quite a few of them out, if we remember rightly from what we've seen previously. So if you finish, let's say 9th, if there's only 9 cars tonight, for race 2 you will be on pole position and you will be on the standing start. If you finish 9th in race 2, you're on pole position for race 3, but you have the rolling start, and whoever finishes the race in first place will start at the back. So spices it up a bit, and it's going to be very close to see exactly what will happen between quite a few drivers for this evening. We are excuse me, just realised it's actually 7:45. So I think we are only going to be at 9 drivers this evening by the looks of it, which isn't really an issue. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I think we are only due 9 drivers, but isn't really a problem. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen. So I think Jamie's just letting everyone go. So Noah will be the first one out in the GoldenEye VNAT Motorsport BMW, with Neil Smell and of course Jamie, followed by Sampa. I think that was Sampa. No, it wasn't. Correction, it was actually Bruno Batica. Then it is Nicolas Stevanovic, followed by Nuno, and of course, as Noah goes off there, I think he's had a bit of an issue at the moment. We'll see if he rejoins in a moment or two. But Sampa is thereabouts, just coming out of pit lane. Whether he was the last one to leave, I think it was actually Brucey Collins that was the last one to leave. But nevertheless, kind of caught people off guard, but they're out on their outlaps at the moment. So Neil Smale will be the one then that will lead them round to start their flying laps, should I say. But it's going to be very close. So let's see what Neil can do. If Neil can get his first pole position of the season, his first actually qualifying pole position, it'd be very impressive. But times are going to probably looking a bit slow at the moment around here, just because the outlaps. Obviously racing soft tyres only for this evening, and it has been for the season. So we've visited some amazing tracks and probably close proximity racing for this evening. Obviously Bruno Batica wants to actually get his head down and try and get exactly what he needs to do to win the championship. It does seem like the championship is pretty much in his court, pretty much going to Portugal for maybe his second title of Eldar Sim history. He actually won the Eldar Sim Clio Cup, if I remember rightly. I don't know whether it's the Clio Cup or the Mazda MX-5, so I can't actually remember which one he actually won. So, you know, he's probably going to be on course to win again, which will be astounding for him. He's closely followed by Nicolas Ivanovic at the moment. Nuno still there in 5th place, just on his outlap. The Rooster's brother, or I nearly said the Rooster's son, I do apologise, Andrew. But Finley trying to push that Subaru WRX. Nice to have you part of the league, my friend. Hopefully you're back next season as a full-time driver and racing alongside your dad, which would mean so much to us, you know. But we'll see exactly how well you do in your debut races. But Sampa's thereabouts. Then you got Noah followed by Brucey Collins at the moment. So Neil Smell coming through the final turn then, about to cross the line. Let's see what lap he's going to do. He's got Jamie Hillman behind him. Hopefully Jamie's not eating his Frosties, as Neil goes to 140.6. Jamie beats him though, 130. It was a 139.5. Nicolas Ivanovic's 138.6. Bruno Batico, championship leader, 138.3. So that could put him in good shape at the moment. The Rooster's son, 139.002. So that's a good lap time. Sampa though, however, 138.7. And Noah with a 137.9. Brucey Collins then in 6th place then, 139.1. So it's looking likely Noah's got pole position at the moment then. Seems very close between these guys at the moment. So Neil Smell, oh, he's got a 0.9 second penalty there. That's gonna probably push him a bit. He's probably pushed a bit too hard at the moment, but hopefully he gets that thereabouts. But as it stands, Noah's currently on provisional pole position with around 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the last qualifying session of the season. Closely followed by Nicolas Ivanovic trying to get the toe. But whether that happens with 5 minutes left of this qualifying session, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Jamie Hillman just ahead of them. Let's see what's going to happen. Bruno Batico crosses the line then. Still stays second at the moment with Noah in pit lane. In 1st place at the moment. He's probably thinking, well, I'm going to go out for another bit of a lap there. So Noah first at the moment, Bruno Batico second, Nicolas Ivanovic in 3rd, followed by Sampa 4th. Finley also jumps into pit lane. Brucey Collins though, however, the Halford Yuasa Genesis, could almost say a Halford Yuasa Honda, but still stays 6th. Nuno 7th, Jamie in pit lane as well. Neil Smell thereabouts in 9th place, but fair play to Neil. He's been my driver of the day, maybe driver of the season, quite a bit this season. He's done quite some epic racing. He's had a bit of a couple of races where he's not felt happy, but he's actually done very well to adapt, and you know, who knows exactly what he's going to do. So there's a bit of traffic between a couple of the guys to see how close and personal they're going to get. But Bruno Batico coming through the latter half. He's got Nicolas Ivanovic ahead of him, so 3.5 minutes to go in the final qualifying session of the season then. Let's see exactly what he's going to do. Is he going to push on and try and get pole position and get that extra point, which will push him thereabouts? So we'll see exactly. Oh, he goes into pit lane then, so pushes it there. Nicolas Ivanovic with a 138.3. Neil Smell with 140.1 at the moment. Nuno George 138.8. So it's going to be very careful with just under 3 minutes. But Noah at the moment then, in his only 4th event of the Eldar Sim WTSC. Currently spoiling the party to get pole position. He's obviously learnt quite a lot with racing round here on Monday, so it's going to be very close to see how well he does, pushing that BMW to its absolute extreme. So we'll see how well he does at the moment. He's got Nuno George in the similar machinery just ahead of him. We've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in qualifying. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. The 46 machine, I beg your pardon, ahead of the, I believe that is the, trying to work it out, the number 15 BMW, the Virtuoso Racing BMW M4. So the BMW M4's nose to tail at the moment. Noah's a bit down on his time going through that sector, but I think it's going to be a bit of a close proximity time between the pair of them at the moment. Then we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Nuno hops the curb on exit of the second to last corner there, down through the sweeping left. Then Neil Smell 139.777, but Noah still stays provisional pole position at the moment. Then with Bruno Batica has to literally push on. What's Samper doing? Samper's currently Samper actually gone, or is that just me? No, he's not. He's there in 4th because Nicolas Stevanovic still in 3rd, so Noah's still there in provisional pole position at the moment. Samper thereabouts. I think the controller actually had a bit of a moment, but let's see what Samper does with 41 seconds remaining in qualifying. He's about to cross the line. Let's see what he can do. Stays 4th at the moment, so 2nd in the championship. It's going to be very tight, maybe very twisty. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them. Bruno Batica though, what's he going to do this time around? Is he going to be able to take pole position from Noah with around 10 seconds to go? It looks a very stunning day here in Brazil, but very tense probably back home in Portugal for Bruno Batica. So qualifying now roughly has finished, but who knows exactly what's going to happen. So Bruno Batica still firing that McGann exactly where he wants it. He's got a car between him and Samper, is what he needs for race number 1, but to get maximum points he needs to get pole position at the moment. So we'll go on board with the Renault Megane V6 of Bruno Batica, as my controller has a bit of a mind of its own as well. So we'll see exactly what he's going to do. He's going to cross the line any moment now. Still stays 2nd then, with Noah still 1st place at the moment. But I think everyone else has finished. So Bruno Batica then 2nd place at the moment. Nicolas Stevanovic 3rd. Samper 4th. Still stays 4th. Nuno 5th. Finley in 6th then, followed by Brucey Collins, followed by Jamie, and of course Neil Smell. So Noah gets pole position for the first time this season. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen for race number 1. So at the moment then, Noah still takes pole position. He will be the last one to finish, but everyone else has finished. So what a stellar lap from Noah there in only his 4th championship race in Eldar Sim history. for WTSC. So we will take that 46 BMW M4 to its degree. It seems he's done very well to get that lap time, to be fair, because he drifts it slightly, but hopefully he will always bend it there. That's what he doesn't want to do in the race. He doesn't want to make any mistakes. But nevertheless, he's realised that, you know, pole position will be fabulous. Drifting it sideways. So then, the grid looks like this for race number 1 of the championship finale. And it is going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen then. So it is Noah from Bruno, followed by Nicolas Stevanovic, followed by Samper, followed by Nuno, and of course Finley, followed by Brucey, and of course Jamie, and of course Neil Smale. But we're about to get 5 red lights on the starting gantry. They're just about to fire up. The revs are building. Maybe they're not. It goes out towards green, and away we go for round number 8, race number 1 then of the Wall Hill House Eldar WTSC. But there's already a battle for first and second going into the Senna S. Bruno Batica gets the race lead. He's got Samper in third. Then Samper's already got up to third. Was a bit of a dodgy start by Nicolas Stevanovic, or was that just how he's going to go? He needs to seriously push on for thereabouts. It looks like Noah's got a bit of a problem though at the moment though. Still trying to push on past Bruno Batica, it seems. So Noah gets past Bruno. Bruno has to tuck alongside, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Neil Smale currently still there. Well, he's up into 8th place now. Noah concedes to Bruno Batica at the moment, so Bruno Batica takes the race lead yet again, so it's going to be very close. We'll see exactly what's going to happen with around 9 laps this evening for all 3 races. It's going to be very close to see exactly what happens. Nicolas Stevanovic though going into that turn, trying to take Noah alongside, but it's not going to happen just yet as Samper tries to push on. Samper knows what he's got to do to try and get the race lead, championship lead, with Nuno slowly behind, and of course Brucey Collins and Finley, followed by Jamie, and of course Neil Smale complete the field at the moment. But we're about to kick start lap number 2 out of 9 then, and Bruno Batica, championship leader, will push on. He will get thereabouts. I think he's going to be pushing on. You know, at the moment it could be so far so good depending on certain bits and pieces, but Nuno's got to be careful. He's got Brucey Collins chasing him down for that 5th place then. As you can see, Brucey Collins there in 6th, Jamie in 7th, currently under threat from Finley. So Finley's got that Subaru WRX trying to dial it up. He's got to be careful. He's got Neil Smale alongside him. No Neil Smale in the Scottish powered Renault Megane V6. We'll see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them, whether that still carries on that battle. We'll see. But in the meantime, for the race lead, don't know, it's slowly but surely catching up to Bruno Batica. Bruno Batica with the fastest lap so far will get that extra point. So if it stays like this, he will get 21 points so far. But he also he gets 22 because he's leading. He led a lap. So far it will count as 22 laps. 22 points, should I say, because he led that lap. So it should be very close, but Noah's going to be putting him under considerable amount of threat. We've got a battle almost for 4th place at the moment between Nuno and of course Samper and of course Brucey Collins. So 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment, respectively, trying to push on as we go in towards the Senna S for the 3rd time. As you can see, in the meantime, Noah's trying to get that move done, but Samper is under threat from Nuno at the moment. Maybe Nuno's trying to work as a rear gunner for Bruno at the moment. We'll yet to see exactly how well that's going to be going, but they'll push on for quite some time. But Noah's got that race lead, but there's going to be 3 wide. Oh my goodness, 3 wide between Noah, Bruno and Nicolas Stevanovic. It's going to get very close, but this is where it's going to be all important. Bruno Batica has lost the race lead and fastest lap at the moment then, but he will get a point, so that's going to still put him thereabouts in championship contention. But he's got to be very careful because his title nemesis now, Sampa, is right behind him as Noah takes the race lead at the moment and fastest lap then. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. Neil Smell at tail of the field with Jamie and of course Finley and of course Neil also battling, so it's a good battle between these guys at the moment. Nicolas Stevanovic back up into third then, almost. Sampa is trying to push on for third at the moment. It seems there is a lot of pressure. Sampa's going to be under threat slightly but surely from Nicolas Stevanovic going in towards the centre S, but it's going to be looking like it. Nuno's also there and of course Brucey Collins, so it could be 3 cars. Oh my goodness, there's a bit of an argy-bargy moment between Nuno and Sampa. Oh Jesus, that looks like Brucey Collins gets that 4th place. Sampa is not going to like that from Nuno. That is a bit unfortunate at the moment. What had happened there? It looked like 3 cars, maybe 4 cars didn't go into the centre S. But is this going to be how it's going to... It can't plan like this. The championship's going to be very close, but Nuno's all over the back of Sampa at the moment. The McDonald's Mustang is going to have to try and push on. He's thereabouts though, but Nuno's going to have to be very careful that he doesn't, you know, he doesn't go in and find himself in front of the stewards, because that was a bit naughty. And it kind of looked like, you know, maybe a couple of cars don't go into one, but who actually knows exactly what's going to happen. But we'll see exactly after the race. But Bruno Batica at the moment, as we start towards lap 5 out of 9 then, Noah's still leading the race, pole position 1. He lost the start lead to Bruno at the start, but is Bruno going to play it safe? He knows Sampa's in 5th at the moment, but is that really going to be enough for Sampa to try and close up the gap? It's a bit uncertainty at the moment with Jamie and of course Finley trying to battle. Finley's trying to get that Subaru WRX alongside Jamie in towards the centre S. We go then for the 5th time. Kind of looks like it, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Obviously Andrew Osler, Finley's dad, is missing out tonight, but you know, it's going to be very careful. He's doing a very good job trying to catch up to Jamie though, to be fair, and it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But you know, Jamie's got to be careful. Neil Smell 9th, but in the process though, Noah and of course Bruno at the moment, Nicolas Stevanovic in 3rd, may consolidate or may have that 3rd place in the championship sewn up depending on other results. Brucey Collins in 4th then, with Sampa 5th now, with Nuno 6th. It seems a lot is going to have to be with Sampa. I don't know whether Sampa knows that, you know, it could be a bit of a stretch to try and catch up now, but who knows exactly what's going to happen. But Bruno Batica at the moment, you can just see that gap, 0.6 of a second. He's now chasing after Noah at the moment though. Noah's trying to still hold on for dear life, trying to get that BMW M4 along onto the top step of the podium. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Lap number 6 out of 9 about to start, but Bruno Batica will take that fastest lap now, so he may get another point for the fastest lap, which may give him a bit more advantage, but he snakes it out of the centre S there. It seems a bit pushing too hard. Doesn't really need to push too hard because he knows that Sampa is in 5th place at the moment, probably trying to push on. He won't be happy with what happened with him and Nuno, but it's thereabouts, and I'll tell you what, it's close proximity racing at the moment between the pair of them. It's going to be close as you like. So Sampa is there in 5th place then, Nuno 6th, Jamie still in 7th just about, but it looks like Neil Smell has got past Finley for 9th place at the moment. Excuse me, Neil Smell trying to get past Jamie. Oh, he's a bit aggressive there, but he's got that 7th place dialed up. Jamie has to concede. Maybe Jamie's had that bowl of Frosties on the dashboard trying to get a spoon into the bowl, but you know, who knows exactly what's going to happen. But Neil Smell 7th then. Bruno Batica, is he going to try and get the race win? But there's only a handful of laps to go. There's around about 3 laps to go. After this lap, we'll see exactly what's going to happen. This could be very close between the likes of Noah and, of course, Bruno. Bruno's got to be careful. He may be okay. 2nd place may do it for the time being because he knows Sampa's down in 5th place. So he's got 2 cars ahead of him. 2 cars behind him rather. But Sampa's thereabouts. Sampa will probably not be happy. But who knows exactly what's going to happen. Well, that's going to be thereabouts. But Nuno's still 6th. Neil Smell 7th, Jamie 8th, and of course Finley in around 9th place at the moment. Well, it's going to be very careful, but looking at the battle for 1st place at the moment between Noah and of course Bruno. Bruno is 0.7 of a second between Noah. He's going to try and push on, but Noah's pushing that BMW to its absolutely limits. And this is going to be very careful. So into this corner now, it's going to be very careful to see what happens. Obviously, Nicolas Stevanovic only doing qualifying race 1 tonight. Bit unfortunate. In 3rd place at the moment then. Brucey Collins 4th. Sampa still there in 5th place. With, of course, Nuno in 6th. It's 1.0 of a second to Sampa and, of course, Nuno. Neil Smell, however, holding on to at least 7th place at the moment in the meantime. But Jamie and, of course, Finley are going to catch him up, it seems. But this is whereabouts. But Jamie's there. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. We'll see how well Finley does. He's catching up to Jamie quite well. Maybe Jamie's needing some Red Bull on top of them Frosties. Who knows what's going to happen, but we're still on to the penultimate lap of the 1st race of the final round. But what is this? Noah's got a bit of an issue, has he? Because Bruno Batica, championship leader. This is exactly what Bruno needs to do. He needs to get alongside Noah to try and get that race lead. Because what he needs to do is get in front of that BMW before they get to the start-finish line this time round to get almost maximum points in race number 1, which he does. It's getting tight now. So that is going to be a kick in the teeth for Sampa at the moment. Sampa's going to know he's got the race lead now. But this is going to be very close because Nuno George is alongside Sampa just about. The Portuguese guys know what to do, but is Nuno trying to get that move on Sampa so then Bruno escapes up the road with that race lead. But looking at Bruno at the moment then, going to have a look exactly what's going to happen. He's about to cross the line to start the final lap, which will go as a point for leading the race. So this is where it's going to happen. To lead a lap, Bruno Batica, his fastest lap at the moment, still leading. So he gets around 22 points in this race. This is exactly what he needs to do to still try and take that advantage. But Nuno is all over the back of Samper. Got to see exactly what's going to happen. Samper thereabouts 5th place at the moment, with Nuno trying to push that M4 thereabouts from the Mustang. The McDonald's Mustang thinks about it. It brakes a bit later. Nuno's thereabouts though. It's going to have to try and push on quite a bit, but it's going to be very careful. Samper's almost got to be careful. Nuno's there on the outside line. Samper goes one way, Nuno goes another. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Nuno thereabouts. Oh, he's pushed Samper up the backside there, trying to literally get that McDonald's Mustang out of the way. But is that really going to help him? We'll see exactly what's going to happen in a moment or two with that battle. But Nuno is all over the back of Samper. We're just going to see what it can do. But I'll tell you what, Bruno Batica is going to be laughing his socks off, because he is going to take race 1 win. Leads the lap, gets the fastest lap. So 22 points in the bag to try and extend that championship advantage. Bruno Batica comes through the final turn. He will be celebrating, but it's not all over yet. But it will be very close. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Samper still in 5th place then, with Nuno George in 6th. But Noah comes home in 2nd. Fair play to him. Nicolas Stevanovic 3rd. Brucey Collins 4th. Samper 5th. Maybe title is going to be out of reach, but who knows. Nuno 6th, with Neil Smell 7th, Jamie in 8th, with Finley in 9th. But I tell you what, Bruno Batica excuse me, takes the fastest lap, leads the race, and gets the race win. So 22 points in the bag. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but we'll work it out before race number 2 if we can. So then Bruno Batica takes race 1 win from Noah, followed by Nicolas Stevanovic, followed by Brucey Collins. Samper 5th, Nuno in 6th, followed by Neil Smell 7th, Jamie 8th, and Finley in 9th. Bruno Batica fastest lap 1:37.8 on lap number 5. It is going to be very careful, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen in race number 2. I just need to work something out here. Excuse me. So Bruno was on 336. He gets 22. So he's on 388. So he's on 388 points. Samper, though, however, finished 5th place. So that's going to be 11 points. So he's now on 334 points. So that's going to be, so 388 and 334. So it's now a 54 advantage to Bruno Batica, if my maths can get the better of me, or may be correctly. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen for we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But I think at the moment though, I could be wrong. Just let me check it out. So Bruno was on a 366, but after leading the lap and fastest lap and getting 20 points for the race win, puts him on 22, puts him 22 altogether. So that's 388 points. Samuel, however, though, got 5th place, which was 11 points. He was on 323, so that puts him on 134. Yeah, it is right. He's now round about, though, if I think about it, $334 points. Yeah, it's around about 54 points margin now. But is that about right? Yes, it is. It's about 54 points difference now. So that's going to be, it could be Bruno Batica's championship to literally a lot of difference. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen for race number 2 then. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen. Let's see if he's entered the lobby. No, he hasn't. So it's going to be very close to see exactly. It's 54 points in it now. And it could be Bruno Batica's title. He will be starting at the back of the grid though. And it will be Finley on pole position, followed by, I believe, Neil Smale. Then it'll be Jamie. No, it won't be Jamie, then Neil Smale. Then it will be, I believe, Nuno, followed by Sampa, followed by Brucey, followed by I just can't, no, I think it, give me 1 second, I couldn't even remember. Nicolas Stevanovic isn't here, so it will be Noah, followed by Bruno Batica. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So it's going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly what's going to happen for race number 2, the penultimate race of the season. And this is where it's going to get tooth and nail, I think. What, 54 gap, the 54 point gap now. Sampa has got to get quite a bit of points now to bring it a bit closer, but I don't, it's hard to tell now. It's really hard to tell. I think Bruno's got the championship sewn up, but we shall see, and it is going to be close to see how well he's going to do, because he is at the back of the field for this next 9-lap encounter. So revs are building, as are mine. We are about to get the red lights to switch off, and we're about to go. And who's going to get a good start into turn number 1? It looks like Brucey Collins, though, however, stops Bruno Batica from getting a gap on that line. But Nuno is under threat. Oh, Neil Smale, he's got 3 cars into 1. That won't go. Sampa's also in the middle of that. So that is allowed Finley to get away with Nuno second, with Jamie third, Neil Smell fourth, Sampa in fifth then. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. So Sampa is fifth, currently now fourth actually. He's battling his way with Neil Smell, with Noah and of course Bruno Batica. So Sampa and Neil Smell alongside each other at the moment then. That's allowing the likes of Finley to get away from Nuno and of course Jamie and Neil Smell, with Sampa fifth, Bruno Batica championship leader, probably championship winner. He's thereabouts with Sampa at the moment though, looking exactly what's going to happen, but maybe it's going to be close because Neil Smell back into fifth then, Bruno Batica in sixth then, Noah in seventh, putting these guys under considerable amount of threat. Brucey Collins eighth place at the moment, but it's allowing Finley to get away in the race lead. Let's see what he can do in that WRX Impreza, the Red Bull sponsor machine. Hopefully he's had plenty of Red Bull to keep him going. Nuno still in second, Sampa third at the moment, Jamie in fourth, but he's got a gaggle of cars. He's got Bruno Batica, championship leader and probably championship winner, alongside him just about. Or as he tucked back in, he's actually tucked back in behind Jamie at the moment. He's got to be careful because he's got Noah behind him. Brucey Collins also doing exactly the same. Let's see exactly what's going to happen. Lap 2 out of 9 then from race number 2. Bruno Batica, oh, he's got fourth place from Jamie Hillman into the centre S. What a stellar move. But Jamie fights back, thinks about it, thinks of another day. Noah gets a bit crossed up onto the AstroTurf, almost clangs into the side of Jamie. I think that was nearly into Jamie's driver's side door as well, which wouldn't have been very nice to see. But Noah is there with Brucey Collins thereabouts as well. But this is where it's going to get tooth and nail. Noah trying to get Bruno for fourth place at the moment. It seems to be quite a bit of a challenge. Jamie's trying to make it 3 wide. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Race number 2. There's already going to be fireworks. Noah goes one way, Bruno goes another, Brucey and Neil Smell and of course Jamie. They're absolutely close together, these guys. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Brucey drops down to 8th, but Neil Smell's back into 7th. Gives Jamie a bit of a knock, but Bruno Batica is 4th place at the moment. But this is allowing Finley to try and escape, but he's under threat from Nuno at the moment. Nuno's got to be very careful, but he's got Sampa right behind him. But Bruno Batica still 4th place at the moment, so that's good solid points, but that might bring the gap down quite a bit. But Nuno trying to push on, he's trying to get thereabouts alongside the WRX and Impreza of Finley at the moment. He's going to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen, but Nuno gets that race lead, does he? Sampa gets 2nd place as well. This is where it's going to get very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but we'll see exactly how well it goes. You know, Sampa still trying to push on to Nuno, with Bruno in 4th then, championship leader. Not much place is gained by the championship leader with the hazard lights on at the moment, with Noah trying to get past him. You can just see the BMW M4 trying to push on, gets past Bruno at the moment, but Bruno's going to fight back. Seems a lot of positions thereabouts, but Neil Smell gets the nice move done on Brucey Collins, as we just see. But Bruno Batica trying to overtake Noah. It's going to be very careful. I don't know if Bruno knows about having his hazards on. He's trying to get that 4th place from Noah at the moment. It seems these two are having a bit of a nice battle at the moment. Sampa still there in 2nd, Finley in 3rd then. Doing a stellar job for his dad this evening. Might be an absolute good result if we see exactly what's going to happen. But Noah and of course Bruno still with the hazards. Flashing on that McGann V6 at the moment, it seems. Neil Smell up into 6th then. He's got past Jamie for 6th place then. But this is where it's going to get very close. We'll see exactly what's happening for the leader of the race, Sampa thereabouts. He's 0.4 of a second up to Nuno. Nuno's still there. Sampa gets the fastest lap, but he's going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen. So Nuno still leads the way on to lap number 4 then. Sampa goes alongside, tries to go alongside Nuno, but Nuno's fighting another day. These two have had a bit of an issue in race number 1. Finley's still there in third at the moment, but Sampa is getting all over the back of Nuno. They both touch again. This is why they're going to be careful. They've got to be very careful, the pair of them. Sampa gets the race lead. He's got the race lead from Nuno, but Nuno is almost up, trying to get back or past him up over the rise. Then you can just see that BMW lurking. He's got to be very careful, the Virtual Lusso racer. He can't afford any mistake. He can't even afford any penalty at the moment. So Sampa leads the way, so he will get 21 points, maybe 22 in this race. So that might push the gap considerably down a bit. But Bruno Bottica down in 7th then. He's not having a good time this time round. Jamie 8th then. Neil Smell 5th though, doing a stellar job. But Finley is under threat from Noah at the moment. Subaru versus the BMW. He's almost in the BMW sandwiches, Finley, but I'm sure he will push on. But he's going to be very careful. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. So Sampa about to cross the line then. He will get a point for leading the lap, so he will get 22 points. That might push the gap down, back down for a bit. We'll see exactly after this race, with Sampa leading the race then. In first place, Nuno 2nd, Noah 3rd now, Finley 4th, Neil Smell 5th, Brucey Collins 6th, Bruno Bottica 7th, almost to the tail of Brucey for the time being. Jamie 8th then, seems to be struggling a bit. Maybe he's got that bowl of Frosties on his dashboard. It'll be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but at the meantime, Neil Smell, oh, he's run a bit wide. That's allowed Brucey Collins to try and take 5th place from him, and Bruno Bottica takes 6th place as well. So Neil drops down to 7th. We'll see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them. Oh, Neil Smell, he's got 5th place. Oh my goodness, what a stellar move. Bruno in 6th then. We'll see how many points he gets after this race, but it seems to be very close now. But Nuno is going to try and push on to Sampa thereabouts in race number 2, leading the race and face lead, well, leading, maybe, hopefully winning, you never know. But also in fastest lap at the moment then. Excuse me. So he's got exactly what Bruno did in race number 1, but he's got Nuno right behind him. Nuno still there in 2nd, Noah 3rd, Finley 4th, Neil Smell 5th at the moment, under threat from, of course, Brucey Collins and Bruno. Got to be careful into the centre S, but this is why you don't want to get involved in too much hassle, as Brucey Collins gets a past Bruno. He's got Neil Smell close for comfort now. But is this going to be where it's going to be tooth and nail between these three? Neil runs a bit wide, hops the curb, still stays about, but Bruno's going to try and get 6th place from Brucey Collins. It's going to be very close to see. We've only got 3 laps to go in this race. Brucey Collins trying to push on, it seems, thereabouts, but Jamie's there. It's going to be very close to see exactly what he's going to do. Bruno Bottica though, still 6th place with Neil Smell 5th at the moment, and it's going to be very close to see exactly what championship leader can do. Needs to make up a few more bits of ground, but Sampa is there leading the way though, so he's going to get, obviously he gets a point for leading a lap, but then he also gets fastest lap and 20 points if he wins this race. But it's going to probably push that title to a degree, I think. Neil Smell runs a bit wide with Bruno trying to chase him down. Bruno's going to be thereabouts now. It could be very close between the pair of them. We'll see exactly what is going to happen after this race though, because it's all about the championship points at the moment. Neil Smell and Bruno side by side into the centre S. Who's going to get it? Bruno's got there. Oh, it's going to be a bit close between the likes of Neil and Bruno. He's got Brucey Collins now as Neil. Right behind him, Finley has... I thought someone had a penalty then. But in the meantime, Nuno, he's all over the back of Sampa, just about. Talk about tooth and nail. Talk about threading that needle as well. It's going to be very close between these guys at the moment. Sampa still leading the race then. He's got Nuno all over the back of him. Brucey Collins though, however, back in sixth place then. Finley thereabouts. Oh my goodness gracious. It's going to be very close, but excuse me. Very close. Jamie's got a penalty. That is the guy we see with a penalty. But Brucey Collins into 7th. Neil Smell currently alongside Finley. 4th, 5th place. Oh my goodness. Finley's lost 2 places, hand over fist. But that's going to be very careful. Bruno Batica in 4th then. Sampa still with the race lead at the moment as we're about to start the penultimate lap, but Nuno's getting there alongside Noah. Noah's going to be joining this party. This could be very close. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Sampa goes one way, Nuno goes another. Oh my goodness, these two touch again. Going into the centre S, these two need to really settle it down. Otherwise it's going to allow Noah to get alongside. But Noah's there, he's trying to push Nuno and say, come on mate, let's work together if we can. We're both BMW twins. But it's going to be very close. Nuno goes one way, Noah goes another. Oh my goodness, that could have been nasty. So Nuno runs wide now. Won't be surprised if he picks up a penalty for that. Noah 3rd then, Bruno Batica 4th. Brucey Collins currently 5th. Neil Smell actually now gets 5th place. Back from Brucey Collins. Oh my goodness, quite a lot of battles galore this evening. Oh, Brucey Collins needs to needs to be a bit of room there, guys. It needs to seriously push on a bit, but Neil Smell still gets 5th place from Brucey, with Finley still in 7th, but Nuno's dropped down to 3rd then with Noah 2nd. Sampa still leads the race though. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Sampa drifting it quite a bit. He's still 1st place, so he will get 21 points because he led a lap. Noah with the fastest lap though, however. This is where it's going to get very close and personal between these guys at the moment. It is thereabouts. Bruno Batica 4th, Neil Smell 5th, Brucey Collins 6th, Finley in 7th and Jamie 8th. But this is going to go on to the final lap. Sampa will, providing nothing happens to him, he will get 21 points in this race. We'll work out exactly what it's going to do to the championship table after this. I'll tell you what, it's going to get very close, and it will be very close and personal. But Bruno Batica, 1 second penalty. Oh no, that's what we don't want, and it's going to be very careful to see exactly what he's going to do. He's going to escape Brucey Collins though, 5th, Finley in 6th, Neil Smell 7th. Been a bit of a change between these guys. Jamie in 8th then. Sampa still in the lead of the race. But this is going to be careful as we like. So Brucey Collins and of course Finley with Neil Smell alongside. Oh, Neil Smell's got it done. Oh my god, he's got 6th place. What a stellar move. Is he going to try and make 5th place before the end of the race on Brucey Collins? No, it's gone a bit deep. Oh my goodness, no. That is, he still kept it together though. He is still in 6th place, but this is going to be played. Oh my goodness, Noah's got very close to excuse me, got very close to Sampa. Oh my goodness, what is going on in race number 2? It's all to play for, but Sampa is going to cross the line, no doubt. He might hold it together, you know. Sampa is about to take the checkered flag and take another victory, but he's closely followed by Noah, followed by Nuno, followed by Bruno, followed by Brucey, followed by Neil Smell, and of course Finley. then almost nose to tail across the line, and then Jamie takes 8th place in the second race. But let's see what it's gonna do for the championship. So 21 points. So that will put Sampa. Let's have a look what it will do. Sampa was, just bear with 1 second while I get the replay and get the race results. For a minute or two. So Sampa gets 21, and if I remember rightly, 8, and there was 3. Yep, that's right. So then, Sampa gets 21 points, so that puts him on 355 points. Bruno had finished 4th, so it puts him on 390. No, it doesn't. It puts him over the 400 mark. Hang on. Work it out. $401 points. So 401 take away. Sorry, I'm just adding it up, guys. Add 355 points. So it's a 46 advantage to Bruno Batica at the moment, though. Oh my goodness. So Sampa takes the race win, followed by Noah. So Noah gets the point for the fastest lap. Nuno in 3rd, then Bruno Batica 4th. Brucey Collins 5th, Neil Smell 6th, Finley 7th, Jamie 8th. Oh my goodness, this is going to be close. I can't believe what is going to happen for the final race of the evening, and my voice is getting totally ruined. So it is 46. And it is absolutely oh, it's going to be close. So let's see what's going to happen in the final race of the season. I tell you what, it has been a stellar season. excuse me. So we'll see exactly. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen between now and then. There is 46 points to play for, but I have a feeling the 46 point gap is not going to be a bit of an argy-bargy moment. But let's see exactly what is going to happen. We are ready to go in the final race of the evening and the final race of the season, and it is going to be a very close proximity race. But let's see exactly how well these guys do for this evening. So let's see how well everyone goes. I do apologise if you're wondering why there's a blue screen. I'm just screenshotting certain bits and pieces, but it is going to be good to go. I know we're starting a minute early, but who cares? We are getting ready for a thrilling final race of the evening, and it is Jamie from Finley with Neil Smell, Brucey Collins, Bruno Batica, and of course Nuno, followed by Noah and Sampa at the tail of the field, and we are getting ready for the final race of the season. It is going to be a great, or as it says for Frosties, they're great. So, can't do it. I'm not allowed, it's copyright. But let's see what Jamie can do. Is he going to escape with the race lead, or is Finley going to chase him down? Neil Smell has a good starting position as well. A bit of a fabulous race between quite a lot of people, but let's see what happens for the final race of the evening then, and the final one of the season. So Jamie will lead them away into the centre S for the first time then. It's going to be very close between the pair of them. Neil Smell almost nose to tail with Finley at the moment, gives him a bit of a knock, but it's not too much of a knock thereabouts. But Neil Smell alongside Finley's then, Finley rather, with that Subaru WRX. Neil Smell trying to get second place. Brucey Collins also thereabouts. Excuse me, to see what is going to happen. Bruno Batica in 5th place then, so Neil Smell still pushing on. Finley has had to go across the AstroTurf, with Bruno Batica still 4th then, but it looks like Finley's picked up a penalty, which is a bit unfortunate. But Neil Smell 2nd place at the moment, it's career best results. But Neil Smell 2nd with Bruno Batica in 3rd place then, with Brucey Collins thereabouts in 4th, with Nuno also into 3rd. It's getting very close between these guys at the moment. Noah's still there as well in 4th place, with Brucey Collins now 5th. Oh, it's getting a bit fraught between the BMW drivers at the moment, but that's allowing Jamie to escape with Neil Smell up into 2nd then, Brucey in 5th then, Nuno 3rd with Noah 4th. This is going to be unreal. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen, but it's going to be thereabouts. Jamie still leads the way then, so he will get a point for leading the lap. Neil Smell 2nd, Nuno in the 3rd, Noah 4th at the moment. The BMW's almost nose to tail. It's about 3 cars wide, with Bruno Batica trying to get Sampa into the centre S. They're all ganging up on Neil Smell at the moment. Neil Smell's dropped down to 3rd, could be 4th at the end of this. It's getting very close now, isn't it? Because it's getting towards the sharp end of the season with this final race of the season. Noah trying to go 3rd at the moment. He's got to be careful. Neil Smell, oh my goodness gracious. This is getting fraught. This is getting close. But this is allowing Jamie to escape up the road. Noah in 2nd, Nuno. Oh, Nuno's under threat from Neil Smell. Neil Smell's trying to push on with Bruno in 5th then, Sumper 6th. Yeah, he was 6th then. It was Brucey in 7th with Finley in 8th at the moment. But the battle's raging on for like kind of 3rd now, because Noah's got a bit of that gap, like 0.9 of a second. It's allowing Jamie to escape up the road. So Nuno at the moment then 3rd place with Neil Smell, chasing him down for 3rd place at the moment. In 4th place Neil's car compatriot with Bruno Batica, Portuguese sensation, 5th place at the moment. He's got Sampa behind him though. This could actually eke up a lot of advantage, but Neil Smell trying to get past Bruno Batica. Bruno Batica's got that 4th place thereabouts, or has he? There's a bit of a touch between him and Neil Smale. Oh my goodness, Neil Smale's been overtaken by the likes of Sampa and Bruno at the moment. Neil Smale trying to, he's taking Finley with him. He's got to be careful, he's not going to be happy, but Sampa, he's got Brucey Collins alongside him just about. This is going to be very close and personal between these guys. It's getting there, it's getting fraught. But that's allowed Jamie, he's only 1.0 of a second from Noah at the moment. But Bruno Batica 4th, Sampa 5th, then Brucey 6th with Neil Smell. Oh, Neil Smell's coming in with that aggressive move there into 6th place. He's got to be careful. So Brucey Collins loses a place into 7th. It's got to be careful with Finley thereabouts in 8th place at the moment, it seems. We're on to lap 3 out of 9 then, so around not even the halfway mark yet. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between these guys. Noah still in 2nd, Jamie still in 1st place, Sampa and Bruno 4th and 5th respectively. Neil Smell 6th with Brucey 7th and Finley in excuse me, 8th place at the moment. It's going to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen between these guys. The battle between Brucey and of course Neil. Neil's got to be very careful that he doesn't lose out to the Hyundai Genesis. He's got that move done, but Brucey thinks, that was almost in disaster, but Brucey Collins gets through and Neil Smell drops down to 7th. It's going to be very close and personal between them two. But I tell you what, Jamie's not escaping from Noah at the moment. Noah still has the fastest lap at the moment on lap 4 out of 9 then, so we're around the halfway mark of the race now. It seems to be that Noah's pushed on with that BMW since Brands Hatch. It's going to be very close to see what he can do. He's trying to get that race lead from Jamie, which he does, but Jamie thinks about it. Both are going nose to tail. The sun's setting and it's going to be setting on a fabulous championship, fabulous end to the championship. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. So Jamie 2nd, Nuno 3rd, Bruno 4th at the moment, Sampa 5th. So there's not much points in it between these two at the moment then. It's going to be very close and personal between the pair of them. But Brucey in 6th then, Neil 7th, and obviously Finley 8th at the moment. But to tell you what, Jamie hasn't given up trying to chase after Noah at the moment. Noah seems to be relaxed at the moment. Is he going to get to that place thereabouts? We'll see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them as we're about to cross the line for lap number 5 out of 9 then. So we're around 4 laps to go in this race. Jamie thinks about it, but he has to tuck right behind that BMW at the moment then. Nuno 3rd, Bruno 4th with Sampa 5th at the moment, Brucey in 6th, Neil in 7th, Finley 8th. At the moment he's probably had a good showing tonight, fair play to him. You know, he's had a bit of a rough and tumble moments, but to tell you what, going back to the lead of the race between Noah and of course Jamie. Jamie's still there in 2nd, he's got to be careful, he's 0.8 of a second between himself and Nuno. They'll be very careful. Bruno Batica though, however, 4th at the moment. Then this is going to be probably Bruno's championship. We'll work it out towards the end. We'll see what exactly happens, but it's going to be very close and personal. So Bruno currently on 401 points after race number 2, if my maths concedes me correctly. Samper 5th at the moment, but Jamie's under attack from Nuno. Nuno goes a bit wide and a bit too deep, so that's allowed Jamie to get back alongside him. So the Frosty's car back into second place. At the moment it could be very close between a lot of the field at the moment. It seems thereabouts, but Noah could be on course for his maiden win of the season. We yet to soon find out with 3 laps to go. Nuno's still there in second. Oh, he's got past Jamie for second now. So it's a BMW 1-2, obviously. Virtual Lusso racing car in second with Avina and GoldenEye BMW in first place still. However, Jamie's still third at the moment, trying to push on to the back of Nuno. Nuno's got to be careful, but Bruno in fourth then. Samper 5th, Brucey 6th with Neil 7th and Finley in 8th for the moment. But what is happening for the battle for first? At the moment it looks like Noah's going to have to be careful. He's got Nuno chasing him. Nuno's going to be thereabouts. It's going to be very close between the pair of them. Bruno Batica also trying to catch up to Jamie because he wants to get a car ahead of him, and of course Samper at the moment. Samper there in 5th place at the moment though, but we're on to around 2 laps to go after this lap. It could be a very close proximity battle. Oh, Jamie has to concede third to Bruno at the moment. He could concede 4th to Samper, but Bruno's got 3rd place at the moment though. These guys have been putting on a mega show all season, but Jamie's going to try and get 3rd place. He wants to get on the podium for the final race of the season onto lap 7 out of 9 then, so 2 laps to go. Bruno's got that 3rd place, has he? Oh no, it's not, because Jamie's took back in front. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. So 46 was the gap, 46 points was the gap. But neither of these guys are going to get the fastest lap, so it probably ain't going to count. So Bruno's going to get 3rd place from Jamie, has he? Yes, he has. Samper's going to try and get 4th. Oh my goodness. Oh my giddy ants. What a fantastic battle. Absolute top draw. This is exactly what Eldar Sim do, and it's absolutely close as you get. To tell you what, Samper thereabouts takes 4th though from Jamie, so Jamie excuse me, has to push on. But Brucey and of course Neil Smell 6th and 7th, Finley 8th. Noah in 1st place though, with Nuno in 2nd. Nuno's got that 2nd place at the moment. He's going to try and consolidate it into a victory, but Bruno's going to be chasing. Samper still in 4th, but Bruno needs to get a car ahead of him and Samper to try and take that extendable championship advantage. But it might not matter. It might not matter come the end of the race, but it all depends what happens in the steward's office as well. But to tell you what, Nuno is on course trying to get past Noah. Noah's still got the fastest lap of the race. We're on the penultimate lap of the final race of the season, and Nuno is forever trying to get past Noah for that 1st place. He's got that VLR, Virtual Lusso Racing BMW, all over the back of the Vina Motorsport BMW. Both cars are easily matched. I know exactly how these 2 cars race. I've actually raced one myself, and they can be quite quick and quite nimble, but it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Nuno's going to try to take the race lead. Noah tucks alongside him, side by side between the pair of them. Is Noah going to... Oh, Noah's run a bit wide. Is that going to be allowing Nuno into the race lead. Yes, it has. Only just though. Oh, there's a bit of contact between the pair of them. That's allowed Nuno back into first place though, with Bruno trying to battle for first place at the moment. There could be a 4-car battle for the win as we're about to start the final lap of the race, the final lap of the season. Oh my gosh, this has been unreal. If this is how it's going to be for the final lap of the final race of the season, Noah gets back excuse me, Noah gets back into the race lead with Bruno Batica still in third, with Samper fourth. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this is gonna be, oh no way. Nuno gets back in front of Noah. Oh my goodness. Bruno's thereabouts as well. Oh my, oh, this is going to be close. Let's see what's going to happen. Hopefully not 3 wide. Hopefully not 3 wide. Noah gets there. Bruno gets a bit crossed up. That's allowed Samper to take third. Oh my good God. Oh, Noah's going to be... Oh, Nuno rather. Oh, Nuno still in first place at the moment. Noah second. Samper third. Oh my goodness, Samper could be second. This is getting close. This is getting close between the championship rivals as well. Oh my giddy aunt. This is fantastic stuff between these guys at the moment. It seems Samper's trying to get second from Noah. Bruno might have to consolidate fourth place. Nuno still leading the race though. Samper second. Noah could be getting second place from Samper. Oh ho ho! Samper's gone off. Oh no! It's ended in disaster for Samper. He's not going to like that. Bruno Batica will take second place, but he may take the championship. But Nuno George will take another victory. Flashes the lights in delight. Bruno in the second from Noah, followed by Brucey, Jamie 5th, Samper 6th, Neil Smell 8th, 7th rather, and Finley in 7th, 8th rather. I've nearly lost it. Oh my giddy aunt, what has gone on? What a stellar battle. But Nuno, fair play to this guy. Sorry, I'm really sorry for coughing, but I'm going to get the race results and then work it out for the championship lead, the championship table, the final championship table. I will go through the race results as well. Just give me 1 moment or two, guys. But oh my goodness, what have we seen? So 401 points for Bruno. He gets second. What was that? What does that mean? That would be 17 points. So that will put him on 418 points. If I remember rightly, 418. Yep, that is right. With Samper in 6th place then. So Samper was... Give me 1 second. Samper finished 6th, so that will only give him 10 points. So Samper was on 355. 355 add 10 was 160. That's 365. 365. 418 minus 365 was a 53 point in it. And I tell you what, Bruno Batica, you might as well be celebrating, my friend, because you are the Eldar Sim GR4 WTSC champion. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But I tell you what, I will go through the final race of the final season, the final race of the season, race results Nuno takes a Portuguese 1-2 from Bruno Botica. Noah in third, Brucey Collins in fourth, Jamie fifth, Sampa sixth, Neil Smell seventh, and Finley in eighth. Noah takes the fastest lap with a 1:38.4, but Bruno Botica, you, my friend, are the champion. What an absolute stellar race of the season. Oh my goodness. That was insane, guys. I cannot believe that was unstoppable. It is going to be very close. I don't know what's going to happen next season, but boy, WSTC is absolutely been epic, and let's see what next season is going to bring. My voice is well and truly gonna go, but congratulations to Bruno Botica on an outstanding championship. Commiserations to Sampa. But guys, whatever happens next season for Eldar Sim WSTC, I'm sure it's going to be epic, as it will be. But until then, guys, take care, enjoy the off season, and if you're Bruno Botica and you're a VLN fan, or if you're fans of the VLN crew, the Portuguese guys, time to celebrate, because he has won the championship. Until next season, guys, I have been Hoppers for Eldar Sim Racing, and don't forget GR3 as of Monday, the top tier with me commentating, and it is going to be epic. And also join the host with the most milk for the Eliminator Series as of Sunday, and it is going to be another close proximity battle in that, I am sure. But until next season, guys, I have been Hoppers. Thank you for tuning in all week. Take care. Ta-ra.